We are 5 Live. I'm BobbyT.
And I'm Crza.
And today we are talking about heavy metal. Alright, so we're going to talk some metal today. We have a new band that Crza had brought up. I really dig them. We got to listen to them right before the show, too. Really surprised. I just realized my notes are there. Tim, can you grab my notes for me, please?
We are so professional
These
here.
just say, buy more underwear.
Alright, so the band is called Buy More Underwear.
Yeah.
Alright, so...
Fatty blows them out all the time.
Just blowing out crotches left and right.
Alright, so I really dug this band. Oh, we didn't even
talk about the
talk about the name of the band yet.
So the name of the band is called Born of Osiris. They were formed in Palatine, Chicago, or Palatine, Illinois, which is a suburb of Chicago. They started around 2003. And the reason I kind of wanted to spotlight this band and kind of, I guess, get them out there is because they're in a particular genre of metal that is kind of dominated by Between the Buried and Me and Children of Bodom and what's that other band there? Jesus, I can't think of them now. I just had them on the tip of my tongue.
Casey and the Sunshine Band.
Yeah, exactly.
Brothers.
No, Mastodon. Mastodon is the other one. So with those kind of heavy hitters in that prog metal genre, I just wanted to kind of bring some of those. I don't want to say lesser bands, but I guess maybe the ones that are kind of just flying under the radar to the to the top there. And I
think this was a big surprise to me.
Yeah.
I really did hear about 30 seconds of the first song, and I looked at Chris and was like, "What the hell? This is amazing."
Yeah, I got to see them live maybe 4 or 5 years ago at the New England Hardcore and Metal Fest, and I hadn't even heard them before. I really, again...
Is that the one, the craft festival with all the kettle corn?
Yes, exactly.
Oh, awesome. That was really good. I got so much kettle corn right there.
But going back to my point of Between the Buried and Me, that was one of really the main reasons why I wanted to go to that fest, was to see Between the Buried and Me. So getting to check these guys out and kind of the undercard, or a mid-card, I think I should say, was
so
awesome.
They're like Jinder Mahal. They were floating in the mid card, and then suddenly they're going to get the title and never give it up.
Exactly, and
right,
get out on stage and make a bunch of racist.
I just can't still believe that they did that. Right, so let's move on to some of the songs.
Yeah.
The one that you had said you liked the most was Devastate.
Yeah, the best way I kind of like to describe this band, which we were kind of talking about off camera earlier, is metal Enya.
Absolutely.
Yeah, Enya is a band from the 90s that kind of had, they sold their albums on TV.
Yeah, you get them like late nights and like during soap operas.
Yeah.
They would have like, hey, buy these CDs, 2 CDs for $24.95 and like that.
And I think one of their songs was actually used in Tropic Thunder, Enya's songs, in one of those mock trailers for one of their, I think it was Robert Downey Jr.'s movie.
It was
where
the
he was
one
a
where
priest.
he's the priest.
Yes,
and he takes the hood back. He's got those super blue eyes.
And, exactly.
God, I love that movie.
But Born of Osiris really has a penchant for kind of throwing in those like weird, kind of religious, spiritual synthesizer sounds.
Yeah, I really did notice like a lot of organs and it's not really a cello, I guess. It would be more orchestral, I guess.
Yeah.
I really did like some of this stuff where you would be listening to what felt like a boss battle in Castlevania.
Yeah.
And then it would totally shift gears into full-on brutal metal. And then you get a little bit of a screamo tinge to come into.
The lead singer is pretty talented. He can kind of change the octave from that low, like, guttural...
Now, is this one singer or two?
Yeah, it's one. It's
wow.
one, and he can reach that, that...
Wow, I'm really impressed because that skill is very different when you look at someone like a Johan Hegg or Corpse Grinder, for that matter, who is very on that low end of things, but you can still kind of understand him to a certain extent. And then going to the other side of the spectrum where you're dealing with Cradle of Filth,
yeah.
like that style, and these guys really kind of bring both of it. And now finding out that that's one guy is super impressive.
If I remember correctly, too, the guy that's doing the lead singer, he also does the synth work, too. So he's,
wow. I'm really impressed with this guy right now.
They're a very talented band. And like I said, I got to see them that one time, and I was really kind of focused on a few other bands that I wanted to see there. but I was pleasantly surprised with
I
with
love
them.
it.
So
I definitely love the undercard band getting the attention. We all know I love Skeleton Witch, and that's exactly how I found them.
Exactly. They've got about 4 or 5 albums out right now. They're actually on the Sumerian Records label, which kind of fits because Sumerian Records, Osiris, Egyptian,
Osiris, it's just really good. I like all of it. So one of the things that I had written down here is that in the second song of the album Ascension, there's a synth drop. So it's just that big boom bass hit. Now I had just kind of keyed in the equalizer for these headphones, and this is the next song that I hear. And that synth drop, it popped my eyes open. I did not expect it. It hit perfectly. My eyes just I really kind of had the head down and went, whoa, and they just fired right into this. And this is one thing I like about Skeleton Witch, using my favorite band as an example, is that on some of their songs, it'll be some simple guitar work and maybe some kind of hollow noises, and then right into ripping your face off. And it's what I love about, one of the things I love about metal.
Yeah, this album that you had listened to, I don't know if you had mentioned before, but it's called The Discovery.
Yeah, we only listened to one album so far. I've only listened to one album.
And it's actually one of my favorite albums. I liked it a lot. It's one of the few albums I feel like I can listen from start to finish and really enjoy every song. Because every song, even though it's got that prog metal roots, with the tempo change and the signature change and like that, every song though is different.
Yeah, one thing they did a lot in some of their songs that I really did like. There's a band from way back when called Zebrahead. In the way of just experimental and prog music, they would do a lot of start and stops. But they'd be perfectly in time, but they just skip. The whole band would stop playing for literally one beat and then start playing again. These guys are doing the same thing.
Yeah.
And I can only imagine they're doing it in person. It does sound like they're using the cheat pedal on the drums. It's going a little too fast in some spots but you know what? I don't care if you cheat, because if I'm headbanging, then you're doing the right thing.
Exactly. So. I mean, in the end, it's really all about getting into the music, and regardless of how you produce the music, it doesn't really matter, right? I mean, if you're doing it out to the computer.
I'm a fan of Nine Inch Nails, so how do you complain? You can't complain about how music is made.
The other good news about Born of Osiris, too, is that they are on tour right now as well. Yeah, I actually, while we were doing our research and notes, I got to check it out. They are coming... I think they were already in Hartford a few months ago, but they're going to be up in Canada. I think they've got some Midwest tours. Yeah. So
anything East Coast at all? Any New York?
I didn't see any. No, I think
the
closest.
Not allowed in Canada.
Yeah, the closest that I saw for the East Coast was I think Quebec, which is only about 5 hours from
not
here.
Too bad. We can do that.
Yeah, I've driven up there before. But so if you guys are near Canada, near the border, or in the Midwest, and you get a chance to check them out, I highly recommend it. Especially if you like Between the Buried and Me, Children of Bodom, Mastodon, that kind of style of that prog metal. Check them out. They were very good.
Brutality.
Yeah,
is what I think I would call it. So I'm sure there's some incredible subdivision of metal that this is. But I call it prog brutality.
That sounds about right to me.
Absolutely love it. So if you have any suggestions for other bands we should check out, leave them down in the comments. We actually recently had one of our buddies.
Tony Velocity.
Yeah, he's actually he's co-host over at Good Morning Toy World.
Oh, okay.
He also has his own channel where he debunks a few things. It's really fun, especially if you like horror stuff. Go check it out.
I'm a huge horror fan, so I'm
you're gonna have to check it out.
Yeah.
So, but Velocity, he had a suggestion. Who was
it was this band called Dehumanizing Ida Train Worship. I did actually get to listen to a few songs while we were kind of taking a break from recording and kind of, switching around.
Getting ready,
yeah, exactly. And it seemed pretty interesting. It's kind of, I guess, almost like a death metal style.
All right, we'll give it a shot.
Yeah, the first song I heard, I kind of wasn't into it too much, only because there wasn't any lyrics. Or they weren't doing any vocalization, but I found some more links with I think the full album. So we're gonna listen to more stuff.
All right, well, check it out on Spotify. So we'll definitely listen to it there.
The next episode, I think we're gonna be talking about.
Yeah, we'll talk about that a little bit. In the next episode, I would like to talk about the band and pronunciation. I don't know exactly. Alcest.
Yes.
I'll say.
Yeah.
which was suggested to us by our buddy Josh Guerra from Pop Culture Shock Toys. We do want to listen to this. I did listen to a few, and it is just some amazing metal.
Yeah, I haven't had a chance to listen to them yet, so...
experimental.
Yeah,
it's pretty interesting stuff. So... with that, we have been 5 Alive, and I am definitely giving this one 5 Alives, I think. I like this quite a bit.
I give Born of Osiris definitely 5 Alives.
5 Alives.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that is Born of Osiris. Go check them out whenever you can. Like I was saying, they are on Spotify. I believe there's 5 or 6 albums that they had.
4 or 5. 4 or 5,
Okay,
yep.
so this one is from 2012. So they do have, I believe, 1 or 2 after
Newer,
this.
yes, exactly, yep.
So you'll hear maybe the evolution of it. Because these guys sound like they really are kind of rolling with it.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, and that's the whole point of every band, right? To kind of start a sound or make a sound and then kind of play around with that and evolve.
I can only imagine what these guys are going to do. These are metal mathematicians.
Yeah.
So with that, we have been 5 Alive. I am Bobby T.
And I'm Crza.
So do not forget to like, share, and subscribe. It really does help us out. Also check us out at 5 Live VP. On all the social networking platforms, being Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. Also, check out our Patreon, which is patreon.com/5livevp. We're going to set up some different tiers so you can see some different rare footage, some episodes that we have cut from the past. There's some pretty funny ones. Also, we're going to be doing some t-shirts. So there's a lot of things down the pipe here, especially next one being New York Comic Con.
Yeah.
So pretty soon we will be coming to you guys live from Comic-Con. You can check us out using the hashtag 5AliveNYCC. And we're going to be doing a lot of stuff. And metal-wise, I would like to go out there and start talking to an artist named Vertebrae33.
Okay.
So if you could check him out on Instagram, this is metal to the max. This guy, he does WWE t-shirts. Actually, a lot of like the Seth Rollins, Dean Ambrose, the Bray Wyatt shirt that's out right now.
Yeah,
Speaking
you showed
of metal,
me. Yeah, you showed me some of his work. It's really
great
good,
stuff.
yeah.
I've worn a few of his shirts on the show. He has some exclusives this year. One of them actually is from last year that he's bringing back.
Nice.
It's a Stranger Things it says turn it up to 11, and it has 11 with the bloody nose and the Demogorgon, and it's all that classic kind of scratching metal look. So we're going to try to talk to him at Comic-Con. So stick with us. We are 5 Alive, and I think we got some things coming.
Yeah, and don't forget to rock out.